Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is David Cashman from SEB Housing, and tonight is the night of the scheduled lottery for Grayson Lofts at Wakefield Station. It's 6:01. I'm just going to wait a few more minutes to see if there are any more households that join in before we get started. So please just hang tight for a minute. I'll give it about 2 or 3 minutes, and then I will begin. Okay, so it's 6:04, so I'll get started. So unfortunately, I have bad news. We are going to have to postpone the lottery tonight, which I'm really sorry about. I know that everyone attending and everyone who's was supposed to be in the lottery has worked very hard to get their application in and probably was excited and anticipating the lottery and seeing where they were on the waiting list and moving forward. Unfortunately, at the very last minute, it was discovered that the number of one-bedroom units was not accurate, that in fact, many of what we thought were one-bedroom units are studio units. They're not one-bedroom units. That was not something we ever advertised or got approval of. And so there is some sorting out that needs to be done between the development team and the town and ultimately probably the state as well. And in consultation with the development team, we feel it's best not to move forward now, knowing that there are these issues that need to get resolved and that what we advertised in terms of the number of one-bedroom units was not actually accurate. Ultimately, there will be affordable units at this property. There will be a lottery. I hope it will be soon. I hope we'll get this all sorted out shortly, and we can have the lottery and people will be on the waiting list and can move forward. It's December 1st. The units aren't expected to be ready anyway until the end of January. So even if we had the lottery tonight, no one was going to be able to, move into a unit in 2 weeks or even a month from now. At the very earliest, it was going to be basically 2 months from now. But at the moment, we can't move forward with running the lottery, and I'm really sorry about that. But what I can do is I'll follow up with an email to everyone, just sort of reiterating what I've said here. As soon as we know more, we will be in contact with you. We'll obviously be in contact with you to let you know when the rescheduled lottery is. If there are changes that you need to know about in terms of the one-bedroom studio units, it's quite possible that, if anyone applied for a one-bedroom, we'll reach back out and say, do you actually want to apply for a studio unit too? And we can sort of make that adjustment. And so you may be able to be on the waiting list for both studios and one-bedroom units. But that's where we are, and I'm sorry that this is just getting sorted out now. I wish it had been figured out earlier. I'll stick around if anyone has questions, but I think the sort of status for right now is expect to hear from us. I'll send an email tonight, and then as soon as I know more, I will be in contact with everyone who's was eligible for the lottery to give you updates on what's happening next. So I'll stick around for a sec if anyone has questions, but I apologize again, and we hope to get this sorted out as soon as possible.
I just have one question.
Sure.
Do we have to resend the documents all over again, or?
No.
Like,
no.
You have, oh, okay.
Yeah, so the question, just in case anyone watching the live stream didn't hear, it was about resending the lottery application documents, and the answer is no, you're not going to have to resend them. We have them, we'll be able to use them. Okay. You're all set there. I think the biggest thing that will have to be figured out is, if any households who applied for the lottery actually also want to be put on the studio waiting list that will be created as well. I think that's probably the biggest thing that's going to change. But aside from that, I don't foresee any huge differences or changes or things that you'll need to do. Does anyone else have a question? I know this is surprising and not what was expected for you or for us. So I'm happy to take any other questions if there are any. Just to be clear, the questions can be typed in the chat box where I wrote, "Good evening, everyone. We will begin shortly." So if anyone watching YouTube has a question, you can type it in there. Okay. I'm not seeing any, so sorry again, everyone, for the inconvenience. There will be a lottery. I think it will be soon. We will move forward. There are affordable units. This is still happening. It's just not happening tonight. So thanks for your patience, and we will be in touch. And with that, good night, everyone.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.